Should you choose a 55 plus community? Are you ready to downsize, retiring, moving to the Sunshine State, and curious what your next move should be? Are you toying with the thought of residing in a 55 plus community? Well, today I'm discussing 55 plus communities and a few things that you need to know before making that final decision. So stick around. Hi everyone, I am Lisa McBride with Keller Williams Realty Select in Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. And to my returning viewers, I really appreciate your continued support. Now let's dive into 55 plus communities. And be sure to stick around until the end because I am sharing with you what the average age of individuals that do live in 55 plus communities actually is. And it might just surprise you. Now, throughout Florida and many parts of the country, you will find housing developments that are specific to individuals over the age of 55. Just like all neighborhoods, 55 plus communities come in all shapes, sizes, styles, and locations. We have villas, condos, townhomes, and single-family homes throughout Florida. There's always a number of questions that arise when contemplating moving into a 55 plus community, and I'm going to start there. One of the very first questions I'm always asked is, if you're a couple and you have one party that is over the age of 55 and the other one isn't, can you actually move into a 55 plus community? And the answer is yes. As long as one of the parties is over the age of 55, it is not a problem. By law, 55 plus communities must maintain 80% of the residents over the age of 55. So if you happen to be married to someone that is 59 and you're 54, it's not a problem at all. But what if something happens to the party that is over 55 and you're not? Well, again, that goes back to the 80% rule. So most likely you're not going to be asked to vacate, leave, sell if something happens, but it is something to keep in mind. The next big question that I'm often asked is, can children live in 55 plus communities? And the answer is no. Children under the age of 18 are not permitted to live full-time in a 55 plus community, which leads us right into the next question. Can my children and grandchildren visit and stay with us in the community? And the answer is absolutely yes. However, each community will have guidelines, rules, and regulations that they have to follow. For instance, they may limit how long they can stay, or they may limit the times younger visitors can use the amenities in the complex. So it's really something to look into. Well, how about having your children use the home if you're not there? Again, this kind of varies depending on rules and regulations, but normally yes, for a limited time. However, be aware that they may not be able to use all the facilities, and so this is a really gray area. I mean, as a snowbird or somebody that's just here for a little bit and they want their children to use the home off season, it sounds like a perfect fit, right? However, they may be able to use your home, but they may not be able to access the pools, gyms, or any of the amenities. So it's really something that you have to dive a little further into. And again, that goes back to the rules and regulations. Well, how about inheriting a home that your parents might own in a 55 plus community? That you can absolutely do. Now, depending on the rental restrictions in the community, you may be able to keep it as an investment property. However, you would have to rent it out to individuals over the age of 55. So again, we have to look at the rules and regulations and look at the rental policy. Those are the most common questions that I'm asked about 55 plus communities. So is this the right choice for you? There's a few other things to consider. For instance, a lot of people just love being around other people in similar in age and like-minded, and so they find it very comforting and enjoyable. There's always amenities such as pools, gyms, pickleball courts, tennis courts, and in today's newer communities, we are finding activities director, art rooms, they offer classes, and some now even have their own restaurants and bars. And all of these activities and options provide a very easy way to meet people, socialize, and know your neighbor. And that is really important if you're moving into a new community. If meeting people and staying active is important to you, then be sure to ask for the activities calendar and find out how active it really is. I know of a number of communities that are super active and there's something going on every day. And then I know of a few others that are a little bit more peaceful and people love that as well. When contemplating the move, be sure to sit down and review all of the monthly fees. Most people choose 55 plus communities as it offers a lifestyle with ease in mind. And communities will charge, though, sometimes a hefty HOA fee that covers a lot of these amenities. They almost all cover ground maintenance, amenities, and many times exterior home maintenance, such as painting and roofing. All of this is found in your declarations and covenants, and it does need to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. You'll want to consider a few other things, such as the convenience for your lifestyle. For instance, if you are somebody that loves to travel, how close is it to airports? And unfortunately, as we age, we tend to see doctors a little bit more. So are you close to your doctors or a top-rated hospital in case of an emergency? All of these items are extremely important to consider before taking any steps into moving into a 55 plus community. And remember, 55 plus communities are not retirement communities. No medical costs are included, no food costs are included, and you will still be paying to maintain the home, such as your taxes and insurance. So before making a decision, sit down, review the financials, and then decide if this is the right move for you. I mentioned that I was sharing the actual age of individuals that do live in 55 plus communities. Well, it's actually 71 years old. So again, this might be something to keep in mind when deciding on whether or not a 55 plus community is right for you. Would you like information about any of Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch's beautiful 55 plus communities? If so, please let me know. We have some terrific neighborhoods. Some are older and have been around for decades, while others are brand new and have state-of-the-art amenities. So let me know how I can help. I do appreciate you watching. And as always, until next time, take care.